There is one measuring stick in this business. Me, Triple H. I've had more gold around my waist than almost anyone on the planet. I've led two of the most famous factions in history. I've been down the road to Wrestlemania countless times. But this time, you've got control. It's time to play the game.
Welcoming you to another exciting night of sports entertainment. We're officially on the road to WrestleMania, JR. This is my favorite time of the year. Our main event is going to pit three great superstars against one another to see just who is the #1 contender for Randy Orton's WWE Championship. Orton's been on such a roll, that's like getting to be the first calf in line at the slaughterhouse.
I'm here with the game, Triple H. Triple H, you have an important match tonight against Edge and Mr. Kennedy. Do you feel confident?
Maria, do you know who I am?
You're Triple H.
Do you know what I do?
You wrestle?
I win matches. I win championships. Nobody is better. I am the king of kings, and I reign over the WWE. Kennedy and Edge, they're not in my league. They're just stepping stones. And tonight, I get one step closer to the WWE Championship.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Triple H. You may get impaled.
If I were you, I would have done it, and not just talked about it.
Now that I have everybody's attention, I would just like to remind you that I weigh in tonight at 246 pounds. I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Kennedy!
And the opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, Edge. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible match we have for you tonight. Not one, not two, but 3 WWE superstars vying to become the #1 contender.
You're not kidding, JR. This is going to be huge. Edge versus Triple H versus Mr. Kennedy. Only one can come out on top.
Devastating. Just a devastating neck breaker.
There's no way, JR, that Triple H is happy with Edge interrupting him earlier.
And Edge may live to regret turning the cerebral assassin attention towards him.
Oh no! What's he gonna do here?
Oh my gosh! What a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down. As the match wears on, you have to wonder, why didn't that opulent, opportunist Edge take the opportunity to attack Triple H while he had it?
I don't know, JR, but you can bet he's kicking himself for it right now. Look out! Here it comes! The pedigree! The pedigree!
And that punch lands hard. He's putting the knee to his opponent.
What an intense match! I love it!
You're right, King. And by the end of this match, we'll have another, the spine buster. Triple H nails a big-time spine on the pine.
2. That was one vicious neck breaker.
The kick connects.
He's going in for the kill.
There it is, the pedigree.
Look at that. He's bleeding like a stuck pig. There's nothing fancy about that.
A simple move that sets up bigger things. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
2, 3.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
Triple H says what he does and does what he says.
The King of Kings is now poised to challenge for the WWE Championship. I hope Randy Orton was paying attention to that match. who won an exciting triple threat match last week.
He may have won, but the two guys who lost aren't too happy.
That's right, King. Edge and Mr. Kennedy want another shot at the game, and they'll get it tonight in a handicap match.
Let me get this straight. You challenged me and the Rated R Superstar to a handicap match tonight? You got a death wish or something? For the so-called cerebral assassin? You're pretty darn stupid.
The following handicap match is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Edge and Mr. Kennedy. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
And here we go with this handicap match as the King of Kings, Triple H, takes on two competitors he beat last week to become the #1 contender.
Like you said, it's a handicap match. Triple H is on his own out there. Maybe he's bitten off more than he can chew.
What a kick that was.
Just listen to his body crash into the ground. Oh, man, what impact from that suplex.
And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor.
One. Just listen to his body crash into the ground.
Whether you agree with their methods or not, there's no doubt in my mind Mr. Kennedy and Edge are two of the greatest competitors in this business. But what remains to be seen is, can they play the game?
It's a 2-on-1 situation, JR. And that's how Edge and Kennedy like it. I'd be surprised if they didn't win here tonight.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
He's had his back against the wall many times before, but the odds are certainly stacked against the King of Kings tonight.
And that's just how the game likes it. He lives for the challenge
7
and loves overcoming the odds. Oh, and the knee connects.
1.
Devastating. Just a devastating neck break. Triple H has his opponents wounded. He's overcome the odds. Can he get the win? Next week, the game faces Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. But that's next week. Tonight, Triple H just needs to survive.
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
Oh no, that last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely. These superstars are in rough shape. Fatigue has set in, and I think this match could be over before you know it. What a vicious shot with the knee. What a sneaky, vindictive move.
You know what they say, desperate men do desperate things. Oh, what a painful kick. Look at that! No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
The kick connects. He catches his opponent with an elbow.
Just listen to his body crash into the ground. Look out! And Triple H connects with the knee.
And he strikes at his opponent with the knee. Here's what the fans came to see. There it is, the pedigree.
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig. 1. There's the pin.
1, 2.
What a spear! That'll put your lights out permanently.
Dishing out the damage with the knee. That suplex was picture perfect.
Oh no, what's he gonna do here?
Oh my gosh, what a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
Look at this, here it comes. The spine buster. Triple H nails a big-time spine on the pine.
2, 3.
And there it is. That's the match. Nothing evens the odds like a sledgehammer.
He ain't got under the spine, but with nobody to watch his back, there may be more trouble, and soon.
Welcome to Raw. We have a real treat tonight. A WWE Championship match.
Triple H has the #1 contender spot, but the beating he took last week may hurt his chances.
If there's one man who could put Randy Orton's title reign to the test, it's Triple H, no matter his condition.
Triple H, I wanted to wish you luck tonight in your championship match.
Thanks, Nate. You know better than anyone else what it's like to be in this situation.
It seems like only yesterday, you, me, and Randy, we were all one unit in Evolution.
That's history, Rick. And tonight will be historic. Thanks for stopping by.
Bring it home, champ.
The following contest is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. On the way to the ring, the WWE Champion, Randy Orton. And introducing the challenger, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
Go for our main event for the WWE Championship. Triple H, the Game, the King of Kings, versus that viper, that snake, Randy Orton.
Here we go, JR. But after the beating he took last week, is the Game in any state to compete?
I don't know, King, but you can be sure he'll give it his all tonight. Now that's a suplex.
Just listen to his body crash into the ground.
And you know, King, that damn snake Randy Orton will stop at nothing to hold on to his WWE title.
Nature Boy better watch his back, JR. Soon there'll be a new dirtiest player in the game. Oh boy, this is gonna be big. Ow, that was a serious shot there.
And it's been reversed.
And that's a stiff kick.
A textbook reversal there.
One.
What a fierce kick.
One.
It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. Three.
It's been a grueling match so far. Triple H has taken his opponent to the limit. But does he have enough left to capture the WWE title? Oh, what a tackle. Knocking the opponent down. What a nasty elbow.
He's going in for the kill.
There it is, the pedigree. The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
There's the pin. 1, 2.
A count of 2, and the referee's hand was coming down for the 3.
He could put his opponent away. There's that double-A spine buster by Triple H.
I don't think this match will continue much longer, King. I don't think there's too much left in the tank here.
There's a fundamental move.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
This is very, very bad for Triple H.
Randy Orton has saved the game. I don't believe it.
What's happening here? These two working together?
I have no idea, King. I'm stunned. Watching Monday Night Raw. Last week, we were close to crowning a new champion.
Last week was a classic, and we may never know who would have been the better man.
We do know that the King of Kings wants to get his hands on the 2 men who interfered in that match, and he asked for it to be no disqualification.
Triple H, I wanted to talk to you for a second.
Thing is, Randy, I've got nothing to say to you. I've got a match.
Last week, those two got what they deserved. I'm sure they'll get more of it tonight, but if you need someone to have your back, I've had it before.
That's the past. This is all the backup I need.
It's your game, Hunter. Play at your own risk.
The following handicap match is scheduled for 1 fall. On the way to the ring, Edge and Mr. Kennedy. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
Want to be in the ring with Triple H tonight. He came so close to winning the WWE title last week, only to be screwed out of it by these two.
They cost Triple H his WWE title, and you can be sure he's out for revenge. And he goes for the neck break.
Can you believe the odds are stacked against the game by his own choosing?
Don't forget, this is no disqualification, King, and that sledgehammer, that constant companion, is a true equalizer.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it. Ouch! That's gonna leave a mark, JR.
Word for Edge and Kennedy's interference, last week's match could have been one for the ages.
Absolutely. These two men just sicken me. They're nothing more than...
There it is! The pedigree!
Oh, good grief! What impact!
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
What a punch!
This is brutal. Triple H, the cerebral assassin, showing why he's the deadliest player in the game in this no disqualification match. Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh! What impact on that spear!
We've got to be nearing the end, King. I don't know how much these superstars have to give. What a vicious chair shot!
Could you believe what happened last week, JR? Randy Orton actually defending Triple H?
I can't explain the logic behind it, but Triple H should be wary of Orton. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Oh man, what a shot from that foreign object! Looks like he's got some big plans, JR. The pedigree! The pedigree! We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other.
And the game hits the spine buster.
Rope break. What a wicked neck breaker.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
H's celebration may be cut short.
What a counter!
Oh no! Game! Look behind you!
Where did Randy Orton come from?
Does it matter, King? What matters is he saved Triple H again.
No more unfair fights. At Royal Rumble, I want the two of you against me and Triple H.
What a match for the Royal Rumble! How are these two going to coexist? It's finally here, the Royal Rumble. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Good old JR, Tim Ross, along with the King, Jerry Lawler, ringside for one of the biggest WWE events of the entire year. 30 men will attempt to throw each other over the top rope in the Royal Rumble match.
4 superstars not involved in the Rumble itself may just blow the roof off this arena, JR.
Triple H and his unlikely partner, Randy Orton, are facing Mr. Kennedy and Edge in the culmination of a very personal battle.
Hunter, it may be just for one night, but Evolution rides again. Just like old times. After you two get the victory, we're going to party, woo, all night long.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Edge and Mr. Kennedy. And the opponents, Triple H and the WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
There's the bell, and here we go. The unlikely combination. Triple H and Randy Orton against Edge and Mr. Kennedy. Two men who've been a thorn in the sides of both their opponents.
Over the last few weeks, we've seen Orton come to the aid of Triple H. What's Orton get out of this?
I don't know, King, but Triple H is the cerebral assassin. And if there's one person Orton won't outthink, it's the game. He calls his partner over, and they're looking to go to work on the opponent.
Less than a week ago, Orton and the game were at each other's throats, JR. Can they really coexist tonight?
So far, they're taking care of business. I gotta say, these two are an absolute match made in hell. A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
And now he's bringing in his partner.
What a fierce kick.
Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
Oh, and he knocks him down with a tackle.
Triple H and Randy Orton are pulling out all the stops.
Is there a wormhole somewhere, JR? Seeing the old Evolution work together takes me back to 2003. He's throwing his opponent around like a rag doll.
His opponent's groggy. Here it comes.
Oh, what a painful kick.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
Triple H and Orton are really taking...
He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
And there it is. That's the match.
Orton said it. Edge and Mr. Kennedy weren't so tough when the numbers were even.
That was by no means a cakewalk for the winner's king, but I wonder what the future holds for the game and Randy Orton.
I'm going to guess the near future holds plenty of limo riding, kiss stealing, and wheeling dealing.
You can't tell me that didn't feel good, Hunter. And now we celebrate. Evolution style.
Hey, that was a great match. You looked fantastic.
There are 12 more just like her, waiting for us. This is a night to celebrate. Triple H, Randy Orton, Ric Flair, together again.
For one night, I'll party with you, Rick. Orton, keeping my eye on you.
The fighting is done for one day. The rest of the night is for partying. Woo! Disappeared pretty quick last night, Triple H. Randy and I ended up closing that club. Listen, if you need any help in your match tonight, let me know.
Once again, the winner is Shawn Michaels.
And as usual, he never misses a beat.
They can't keep me away. Besides, what's a championship chase to WrestleMania without Mr. WrestleMania?
Well, that line starts behind me. Hey, I've got a match with Kennedy. We'll catch up later.
Sounds good. And with all this talk about bands being put back together, you and I should talk.
Here we go in this one-fall matchup between Mr. Kennedy and the Game, Triple H. And these two are getting to know each other so well.
There's so much bad blood, they may have trouble sticking to the rules, JR. Speaking of sticking to the rules, how long until Edge comes running out?
He's putting the knee to his opponent.
That was a punch and a half.
He almost took his opponent's head off with that lariat. I'm just receiving word, King, that Edge has been banned from ringside.
That's great. We'll finally get to see these two go at it, fair and square.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt.
The knuckles connect.
3. Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
1. 1.
He's intent on leaving a mark on the opponent.
3. I'm warning you, keep it up. 4. 1.
A sharp kick wearing down his opponent. We're just a day removed from the Royal Rumble, JR, and these two are back at each other's throats.
Triple H and Mr. Kennedy picking up where they left off less than 24 hours ago. 4.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it. These top rope moves are always difference makers, for better or worse. He sees his opportunity, and he's taking it. Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. What a counter!
1, 2.
He was a split second away from a 3 count. Here's what the fans can...
And the game hits the spine buster.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
2. Orton, Flair,
3.
Triple H.
That's it! The match is over!
Why can't that Edge leave well enough alone?
If he wants to get in the ring with Triple H and his sledgehammer, it's his funeral.
With that, the game not only sent a message to Edge and Mr. Kennedy, but he also showed Evolution that he's capable of defending himself. With Monday Night Raw.
We looked on WWE.com today, JR. The Diva Search is back on. Do you know what that means?
Puppies?
No, it... Wait! Yes! Puppies! You stole my line.
Triple H, we need to talk. I was serious about bringing DX back together.
The past is the past, Sean. There's only one thing I need.
You can't honestly be telling me you're going to side with Orton.
Funny. My ears were ringing. HBK, a reunited Evolution is what everyone is dying to see.
Evolution never would have existed without DX. Randy, Triple H is more of a degenerate than you'll ever know.
Triple H, I hope you're not listening to his selfish ways.
Look, guys, I'm doing just fine on my own. But how about this? I'll team with Sean tonight. And Randy and I will tag next week. Now, does that make everyone happy?
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 532 pounds, the tag team of Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. And the opponents, The Game, Triple H, The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X.
Ladies and gentlemen, set your video recorders and take note of this historic night. For one night only, one of the greatest teams of all time reunite.
And if you're not down with that, I'm sure they got a couple words for you.
He calls his partner over, and they're looking to go to work on the opponent.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
A sharp kick wearing down his opponent.
And there's an elbow drop.
A swift kick to the opponent.
He put all his weight behind that. What a tackle.
Oh my! An explosive suplex. There's no denying the toughness of Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, but they're going to have to dig deep if they're to beat Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, and he knocks him down with a tackle. He hits his opponent with the elbow. A clothesline out of nowhere.
Cade and Murdoch, multi-time WWE, and their head bounces off the game's knee. If you'd have asked me a few days ago,
The pedigree! The pedigree! Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
One.
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there. There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR.
That was just unadulterated power. He's putting the knee to his opponent.
Look at that! No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar. His opponent's groggy. Here it comes.
They're back together for one night.
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. There's the pin. 2.
He pushes the boot.
Oh, my gosh! It's over, JR.
It sure is good seeing Triple H and the Heartbreak Kid together again. DX reunites. It could be short-lived, though, King. Remember, Triple H is tagging with Randy Orton next week. Thanks for tuning in to Raw. And Triple H is being pulled in 2 different directions.
That tells me that after tonight, he'll side with Randy and Evolution, JR.
Keep in mind that it wasn't too long ago that the game was facing Orton for the WWE Championship game. How will they coexist tonight?
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 375 pounds, the team of Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Triple H. And the WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
Just when you think things can't get any bigger, now Evolution takes their turn in the spotlight.
Thankfully, this is only a one-night deal. I'd be scared if they joined forces on a regular basis.
London and Kendrick have a huge task ahead of them. One of the brightest young tag teams of recent years, teaming against arguably the most dominant faction of all time.
But if Kendrick and London could pick up a win here tonight, just imagine the bragging rights.
Crushes his opponent with that splash.
Just listen to his body crash into the ground.
I had goosebumps seeing Triple H and Michaels back together last week. Tonight, there's a cold shiver running down my spine.
Uh-oh.
And their head bounces off the King's knee. And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. With Evolution on one side and DX on the other, will Triple H be pulled apart?
He's certainly in between.
2! That was so close to 3, he could taste it.
What a vicious shot with the knee.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
A vicious stomp.
He isn't fooling around here, JR.
A sharp kick.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
He catches his opponent with an elbow.
He's intent on leaving a mark on the opponent.
2, 3. The referee has called for the bell. That's it. Different partners with the same outcome. Triple H's team gets the victory. Where did the animal come from?
He's no stranger to Orton or Triple H.
Did Orton line up Batista to help sway Triple H to Evolution? Thanks for inviting us into your home for Raw. We've seen in the last few weeks that Triple H has a tough decision to make.
I know the feeling, JR. The finals of this year's Diva Search contest have been announced, and I don't know who to vote for.
That's a shame, King. Anyway, Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton are scheduled to battle for the WWE Championship at No Way Out, which can't make matters easier for the game.
You can't be blind, Triple H. Orton manipulated Batista last week to get involved. You don't need to go down that road, Hunter. DX was about entertaining and having a good time, not about manipulation. I hope you do some serious soul searching, my friend.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 248 pounds, Shelton Benjamin. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
After all the emotional turmoil of recent weeks, this should be a straightforward match for Triple H as he takes on the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
But Benjamin's no pushover, JR, and you have to wonder how the game's emotional state may affect the outcome of this match.
What a vicious spear! Oh, the punch connects!
Triple H teamed with both Evolution and DX in recent weeks. I wonder which one he preferred.
For the WWE's sake, I hope he stays as far away from Orton as possible.
What a counter!
And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
That was one vicious neck breaker.
That splash just forcing the air out of his opponent.
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there. There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR.
He put all his weight behind that. What a tackle!
Here's what and their head bounces off the game's knee.
This is a huge match, JR, but this Sunday is even bigger.
There it is! The pedigree!
What a reversal. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. That was so close to 3, he could taste it.
What a vicious shot with the knee.
You know, Shelton's a phenomenal talent. Maybe the game should just align with him and forget the whole DX Evolution thing.
I don't think the gold standard wants anything to do with Orton, HBK, and the powder keg that these three have created. Did you see that? What an impact!
Look out, he's setting up his opponent. The pedigree! The pedigree! Oh no! There's the pin! 1, 2, 3!
And there it is! That's the match!
All I hear these days is DX or Evolution. I go out to eat. I don't hear smoking or non-smoking. I hear DX or Evolution. I go to the store. They don't ask me paper or plastic. The guy says, DX or Evolution? Randy, Sean, you two put me in the middle of this. Fine. I'll be in the middle. At your WWE Championship match at No Way Out, I'm gonna be the guest referee.
Oh my goodness, JR! What a shocking turn of events!
I'm sure Orton and HBK are equally surprised. Now we'll really find out which side Triple H will be on. Folks, you can't miss No Way Out. This is No Way Out, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler here, calling all the matches on this stacked card.
And the cherry on top is a rematch for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton defends against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
With the announcement on Raw that Triple H is going to be the guest ref, who knows what's going to happen?
Triple H, I'm sure you realize Evolution is where you belong. HBK is only using you to get to the WWE Championship. If you make sure I win tonight, we can rule WWE together. I'm counting on you.
I'm sure Evolution is trying to buy your favor, Triple H. You're smarter than that. All I'm asking is that you be smart in the match and do the right thing. Call it down the middle. Of course, you want to pedigree Randy just for fun. I can't stop you.
Randy Orton and HBK want to play the game? Then it's game on. The match is in my hands. If I want to reform D-Generation X, I should make sure Shawn wins. If I want to be part of Evolution again, Randy should win.
The following contest is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. And introducing the challenger. From San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And the opponent, the WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
And here we go with the main event. Can you feel the electricity? Can you feel the emotion, JR?
It's Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. But they have to know the match isn't in their hands. That honor belongs to the wild card, the unknown quantity, the special referee, Triple H. And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One of the things that must be weighing on these competitors' minds is how will Triple H call this match?
I can tell you right now, the game will call this match the way that suits his needs.
Oh, what an elbow drop. One thing's obvious. If we're to have a winner, Triple H will have to take a side tonight.
And you just know Triple H had the winner picked before the opening bell.
A striking elbow staggering the opponent.
What goes up must come down with a slam.
It's been a classic match so far, and a heck of a decision lies ahead for Triple H. When his hand counts 3, there will be no way out of the game decision.
What a counter! There's the pin! There's no way that was going to be a 3 count.
Oh, did you see that?
He dropped the elbow.
There he goes, JR. He's been busted open. Look at all of that blood.
Oh, a swift arm drag. Oh, did you see that?
He drops the elbow. It all may be coming to a close. Michaels versus Orton. Triple H has to make a decision. He has to make the count. Who will he choose? Their fate belongs to the game. A vicious blow to the opponent. A thunderous DDT.
Look out. Here it comes.
Oh, and the Orton boot connects.
And when you look at his opponent's head, it almost snapped off.
Here's the
1,
pin.
2,
Could this be it?
3.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
Randy Orton retains the WWE Championship with a little help from Triple H.
Triple H just did his job, Ross. He officiated the match.
It looks like Evolution may be back, folks, and Shawn Michaels cannot be happy with how it went down. Hot off the heels of No Way Out, this is Raw. Randy Orton is still WWE Champion, and he has a new ally.
Makes you think Triple H and Orton are in cahoots, JR.
The writing is on the wall, King. I can't help it if you don't want to read it.
Shawn Michaels, you made this about a choice. You wanted to be WWE champion, and it looks like you were not convincing enough. Evolution is back and in charge.
John, I made the best decision for me. What I did at No Way Out was what I needed to do.
Orton, I expect this from. Batista's more muscles than brain. But you, Triple H, is this the picture you want everyone to see? You next to Randy Orton?
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Well, I've got 2 words for you, Randy.
Oh my God! It's broken down! This is a 3-on-1 beatdown. Shawn Michaels versus the entire Evolution.
Michaels may have thrown the first punch, JR, but Evolution is going to make sure it's his last.
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there. There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR.
And he hits the DDT. Just planning, just driving the head to the floor. There it is, the pedigree.
Oh, did you see that?
He dropped the elbow. He's putting the knee to his opponent. Oh, what a tackle. Knocking the opponent down. A vicious stomp. Man, that must feel like running into a wall. Oh, the punch connects.
It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here. Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
Stop it. Somebody stop it! Michaels is going to be maimed out there.
Oh no! That last shot busted him wide open.
He's dishing out the damage with the knee.
Oh no! What's he going to do here? Oh my gosh! What a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
And he strikes at his opponent with the knee.
We all know what's coming next. The pedigree! The pedigree!
A striking elbow staggering the opponent.
I told you I did what was best for me. One day, you'll understand that.
Disgusting display by a former friend.
You mean by Shawn Michaels or Triple H? Because it was Shawn who started it tonight.
Welcome to another exciting night of Raw. Evolution is officially back together.
Triple H had his choice, and he chose Evolution. Log on to WWE.com and vote for the one you think was better.
It's obviously which one Shawn Michaels would choose. He has a match against his former DX partner in tonight's main event. And at Wrestlemania, HBK has a rematch with the WWE Champion.
I know you said you didn't want any help tonight with HBK, and that's fine. Just know that I'll be nearby in case you need a hand, partner.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
He may be hurt, he may be wounded, but the courageous Shawn Michaels is in that ring again, going one-on-one tonight with a man responsible for the sickening beatdown Michaels received last week.
He's not called the Cerebral Assassin for nothing. Triple H is going to finish the job tonight.
Just a few weeks ago, these men united, but the reunion of DX was not meant to be. A striking elbow staggering the opponent.
There it is! The pedigree!
Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt.
One. Oh, the punch connects.
3. 4.
These two former friends are going at it here tonight. But damn it, King, I can't look at Triple H in the same way after the stunt he pulled last week.
Triple H was just doing what had to be done. Michaels attacked him first. Triple H has to protect his investment.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
Oh, look out! Look out! Look out!
Oh, man! The if his opponent has what it takes to... Oh, man, that was almost 3, JR.
Don't look at me. They kicked out. And the knuckles connect. Driving the knee into the opponent.
His opponent's groggy. Here it comes. The pedigree! The pedigree! He's going for the pin.
1, 2. He was a split second away from a 3 count. What a kick that was. He puts the boot to his opponent. The referee has called for the bell. That's it. Doesn't seem too appreciative of Orton disrupting this match.
Triple H probably thinks he could have handled HBK by himself.
You don't turn your back on the showstopper. After all these years, you'd think Triple H would have remembered that.
A disqualification loss and some sweet chin music to the face. I'm sure that's not how the game pictured his night going.
You are tuned into Raw, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a big show for you tonight.
I hope HBK's partner knows what he's getting into.
He's definitely stepping into the middle of an Oklahoma tornado, but he'll be teaming with Shawn Michaels against Triple H and Randy Orton tonight.
We should probably go get ready for our tag match tonight. And again, Triple H, I'm sorry about what happened last week. We'll pay Shawn back tonight. Guaranteed.
You know, I can guarantee victory for you at WrestleMania. What if we made it a triple threat? Adding me to the mix.
Why would we do that?
Randy, you wanted me back in Evolution so you could be protected. Now you are. At WrestleMania, I get to punish the showstopper, and you get the pin. This is exactly why you recruited me, isn't it?
I'm not so sure about this.
Okay, that's fine. If you lose at WrestleMania, don't say I didn't offer.
Okay, Triple H. You've got a deal.
Thanks, partner. Randy's only looking out for himself and his championship, but he can't outthink the cerebral assassin. I'll get my triple threat match at WrestleMania. Now it's time to show Orton who's playing who, and show him how the game is played.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And Cody Rhodes. And the opponents, Triple H and the WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
Playing field has been leveled tonight. Evolution no longer has the numbers advantage, as Michaels brings reinforcements in the shape of Cody Rhodes.
He may have the heart, JR, but Cody's lacking experience. Evolution may exploit that. A stunning slam knocking the wind out of his opponent.
Kick that one. A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
Oh, what a slam! What impact!
Oh, good grief! What impact!
He doesn't seem to be too concerned about his opponent, JR.
Oh, what a painful kick! There's that smash mouth style, an ugly offense.
And that's a stiff kick. He takes his opponent down with the drop kick.
Oh boy, he's way up there. I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out. Two. That was so close to three, he could taste it.
Spear! Spear!
Now that Michaels has a new tag team partner, maybe he could start DX back up.
Anything's possible, but I'm not sure Cody's half the degenerate Triple H is. He's got some evil intentions here. His partner over, and they're looking to go to work on the opponent. One. He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it.
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall. Two. This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
These superstars are in rough shape. Fatigue has set in, and I think this match could be over before you know it.
Look at that!
He may get the 3 count here.
Two. He almost had the 3 count right there, JR.
What's he got planned here?
There's the pin.
1, 2. There's the kick out. I thought that was it for sure. Folks, that's some impact.
Oh, look out! Look out! Look out!
Oh no! That last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
2, 3!
And there it is! That's the match!
Triple H turned on his Evolution teammate. Who could have imagined that? I learned long ago never to guess what the game is going to do next. But still, that was crazy. Thank you for joining us for Raw on the final installment before WrestleMania. Orton got played by the game last week, and now the main event at WrestleMania is a triple threat match with the inclusion of Triple H. I can't believe that, JR. It's going to be some WrestleMania, that's for sure.
You shouldn't have turned on us, Triple H. Randy's livid, Flair's depressed, and it's been decided that I have to punish you. I'm the animal, and tonight, you're my prey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 317 pounds, Batista. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
bell. Batista now gets his opportunity to extract revenge on his former Evolution accomplice, Triple H.
And this all came about because once the game got into the WrestleMania main event, he stabbed Orton in the back.
Just a fantastic suplex. He powers his opponent down with a backbreaker.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
What impact from the knee?
Or you hate him, you can't help but be impressed with someone who puts his body on the line like that.
Triple H played Orton flawless and forced his way into the title picture. And
oh man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. There's the pin. 1, 2. Was that 3? No? Come on.
Leave the referee to me.
A vicious blow to the opponent.
Dishing out the damage with the knee. I wouldn't like to be in Triple H's shoes right now. He betrayed Evolution last week, and Batista's out to make him pay.
Batista's a bull seeing red. He'd like nothing better than to go to injure the game and keep it out of WrestleMania.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
Even if Triple H wins here tonight, you know Orton will use.
And now a pin. This could be it. 2. I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish. That's it. That's all she wrote.
An animal like you deserves to run free, not to be under anyone's control.
What are you waiting for, Batista? Get him! He's right in front of you. Destroy him!
Randy, I suggest you spend some quality time with the WWE Championship, because you sure as hell aren't going to be leaving WrestleMania with it.
Why didn't Batista do what Orton told him to, JR? Why didn't he attack Triple H?
It's a little thing called respect, Kingfish. A little thing called respect. This is WrestleMania. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, pleased to greet you live from the biggest spectacle of the year.
I can feel the electricity in the air. Or is that the static electricity coming from that gigantic cowboy hat of yours, JR?
Very funny, King. We have an amazing night of WWE action here, which is sure to be highlighted by the WWE Championship Triple Threat match pitting champion Randy Orton against Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Let's take a look at how this contest came about. Triple H was in line for a shot at the championship, but Edge and Mr. Kennedy kept getting in the way. Orton actually helped out the game, in part trying to persuade him to reunite Evolution. Triple H finally agreed, turning down Shawn Michaels' offer to bring DX back together. It was apparently a ploy by the game to get closer to the champion and insert himself into this WrestleMania main event. Which of these 3 future Hall of Famers will emerge victorious?
A well-played game from beginning to end. But I'm not going to pretend to think the game is over yet. Tonight, may the best man win.
The following contest is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. And introducing the challenger, from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And the opponent, the WWE Champion, Randy Orton. And introducing the challenger, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. It's WrestleMania. And this is the triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
This is huge, JR. These three men have been at each other's throats for months. And it all comes to a head here tonight. There's that smash mouth style and ugly offense.
And he goes for the neck break. And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
Oh, man, what a spear. That's a tooth chipper for sure.
He's intent on leaving a mark on the opponent.
What a vicious shot with the knee. What a vicious spear. These three men have had quite the storied road to WrestleMania. First, Orton befriends Triple H. Then, Michaels looked to reform DX. It all culminated in a match for the WWE title with Triple H as the guest referee.
And by calling the match in favor of Orton, Triple H chose to reform Evolution, turning his back on his former friend.
But this was all just...
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure!
Just 6 days ago, Orton must have been on top of the world. Evolution had reunited. The champ had the King of Kings in his corner. But the game had other ideas.
Orton can't afford to think about that now, JR. This is WrestleMania. This is his title match. If he wants to leave the champion, he's got to stay focused.
Here's what the fans came to see. There it is, the pedigree.
What courage! There's the high-risk move.
Ooh, what a vicious backbreaker!
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there.
There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR. The pedigree! The pedigree!
When the game joined Evolution, he told Orton he had his best interest in mind. Now we know exactly what Triple H meant.
And that wasn't in Orton's best interest at all. He tricked our champion into putting him in this match.
What impact from the knee? All three of these men have held championship gold. All have won main events at WrestleMania. But who's going to walk out tonight with the WWE title?
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that.
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great! Oh, come on now. That was just uncalled for. And he strikes with the elbow. He reversed it.
What a spear! That'll put your lights out permanently. It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here. There it is! The pedigree! Look at this! Here it comes!
And the game hits the spine buster. 1, 2.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
2, 3.
Well, there it is. That's the match.
Triple H is once again WWE Champion.
What a match, JR. That'll go down in the history books as a classic.
Shawn Michaels showing sportsmanship towards the new champion.
Randy Orton wants in on the sportsmanship too? That's more than a little suspect.
Orton learned
hard way. You can't play mental chess with the cerebral assassin. This is No Way Out, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler here, calling all the matches on this stacked card.
And the cherry on top is a rematch for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton defends against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
With the announcement on Raw that Triple H is going to be the guest ref, who knows what's going to happen?
Triple H, I'm sure you realize Evolution is where you belong. HBK is only using you to get to the WWE Championship. If you make sure I win tonight, we can rule WWE together. I'm counting on you.
I'm sure Evolution is trying to buy your favor, Triple H. You're smarter than that. All I'm asking is that you be smart in the match and do the right thing. Call it down the middle. Of course, you want to pedigree Randy just for fun. I can't stop you.
Randy Orton and HBK want to play the game? Then it's game on. The match is in my hands. If I want to reform D-Generation X, I should make sure Shawn wins. If I want to be part of Evolution again, Randy should win.
The following contest is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. And introducing the challenger, from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And the opponent, the WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
And here we go with the main event. Can you feel the electricity? Can you feel the emotion, JR?
It's Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. But they have to know the match isn't in their hands. That honor belongs to the wild card, the unknown quantity, the special referee, Triple H. He puts the boot to his opponent. A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down. One of the things that must be weighing on these competitors' minds is how will Triple H call this match?
I can tell you right now, the game will call this match the way that suits his needs.
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
Oh, did you see that?
One thing's obvious. If we're to have a winner, Triple H will have to take a side tonight.
And you just know Triple H had the winner picked before the opening bell.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
A vicious shot with the knee. It all may be coming to a close. Michaels versus Orton. Triple H has to make a decision. He has to make the count. Who will he choose? Their fate belongs to the game.
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match. These top rope moves are always difference makers, for better or worse. And there he goes. The submission is locked in. Oh my gosh, he might make his opponent tap right here. Up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing.
It's been a classic match so far. And a heck of a decision lies ahead for Triple H. When his hand counts 3, there will be no way out of the game's decision. Good Lord, what a power bomb.
1.
We've got to be nearing the end, King.
2.
I don't know how much these superstars have to give.
3. 4.
And he dropped the leg across his opponent. A vicious blow to the opponent.
What a counter!
good, solid wrestling maneuver. What a combination! You just don't know what's coming next.
Oh no, that slam didn't look pretty.
One, two, three, four.
What a sequence of punches! Doesn't look pretty, but just being flashy won't win you the match.
And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick. He almost took his opponent's head off with that lariat. Now that one looked a little south of the border.
A stunning slam, knocking the wind out of his opponent.
His opponent's groggy.
And HBK drives the elbow down into the heart of his opponent.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. What's he up to? He may get the 3 count here.
1, 2, 3.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
Shawn Michaels, one of the best to ever set foot in the ring, is once again WWE Champion.
Big deal, JR. It sure seemed to me like he had the ref in his pocket.
The WWE Board made Triple H referee. I doubt HBK had anything to do with it. I think everyone in this arena knows what that gesture means.
If that's true, then the WWE is in for a wild ride.
Hot off the heels of No Way Out, this is Raw. Shawn Michaels is our new WWE Champion.
Yeah, thanks to a little help from the guest ref, Triple H.
It sounds like the old pot is calling the kettle black, King. You take a shortcut to your own mailbox.
As you may have heard, there's a new WWE Champion. But what you may not know is that the band is back together. D-Generation X.
The best is back. D-Generation X.
We're the best? Better than the Four Horsemen?
Better.
Better than the Nation of Domination?
Believe it, brother.
How about Extreme Expose?
You got me there. Kelly is a better dancer than you are, Sean.
Hold on a second. I beg to differ. Evolution will succeed without you, Triple H. It's time you learn that firsthand.
A sneak attack by Evolution. They've taken out Michaels, and now they're running all over the game. He's completely outnumbered. What a spear! That'll put your lights out permanently. And the neck breaker connects.
Spear! Wow! They might be throwing it too!
Oh, what incredible impact!
Oh no! What's he gonna do here? Oh my gosh! What a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
Apparently, Evolution didn't take too kindly to DX saying that they were the greatest team in history.
Orton, Batista, and Flair's egos could fill this arena 3 times over.
A textbook suplex. Oh man, what a spear! That's a tooth chipper for sure. And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
What a neck breaker! Really working on the opponent's head.
Here's what the fans came to see.
Oh man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
We're planning to
And
work
he hits the DDT. Just planning. Just driving the head to the floor.
You know what I think, HBK? Orton and Evolution are green with envy.
No way. Admit it, Hunter. I'm faster, stronger, and smarter than you've ever been.
Well, did you see this coming?
You're right. They are green with envy.
DX has humiliated Evolution here tonight. Last week, DX painted both the town and Evolution green.
DX may be laughing now, JR, but he who laughs last, laughs best.
Evolution may have its chance tonight as they're in a 3-on-2 handicap match against DX. And this might be the biggest match in the history of Raw. DX versus Evolution. 2 of the greatest factions of all time going head-to-head here tonight.
What a match this is going to be, JR. But Evolution has a one-man advantage.
He calls his partner over, and they're looking to go to work on the opponent.
Whoa! He's intent on leaving a mark on the opponent. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be.
A sharp kick wearing down his opponent.
Oh man, that spear came out of nowhere.
After the humiliation they were dealt last week, you can be sure Evolution is out for retribution tonight.
Last week, Evolution was painted green, but tonight, DX might leave black and blue. He's dishing out the damage with the knee. Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt. High risk for a reason, but he reaps the reward. Uh-oh. And Triple H connects with the knee.
Can you imagine the unbridled hate?
The pedigree! The pedigree! A
crossbody.
There's the pin.
1, 2. Just listen to his body crash into the ground.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels' friendship flows strong. Just 2 weeks ago, Michaels won the WWE title with the help of the game.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much.
Oh, you can see the pain in their eyes from that vicious chop.
There it is, the pedigree. Watch out, he reversed it.
He almost took his opponent's head off with that lariat.
There's that smash mouth style and ugly offense.
And he strikes at his opponent with the knee.
Here's the pin. Could this be it?
What a hard-hitting contest this has been, JR. Most teams would have been demolished against a force like Evolution. But DX is not most teams.
You're right there, King. Triple H and Shawn Michaels are two of the most experienced superstars around.
Oh no! Everybody in this arena knows what's coming next. Oh man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
A hard right.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
He's putting the knee to his opponent.
That was like 2 7/8, JR.
And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
Doesn't look pretty, but just being flashy won't win you the match.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
Oh, the punch connects, driving the knee into the opponent. A vicious stomp. He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it. A sharp kick. Where
the pedigree! The pedigree!
What a vicious shot with the knee.
That'll just turn your chest beet red.
He may get the 3 count here.
1, 2, 3.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H once again got the better of Evolution.
How do they keep doing it, JR? Evolution is all business.
You might have just answered your own question, King. Tuned into Raw, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a big show for you tonight. Randy Orton and Triple H will square off to see who the #1 contender is.
Evolution versus DX. Speaking of this rivalry, WWE.com has a poll up where you can vote for which group is the best.
Either one would make for an intriguing contest at WrestleMania, and this should be an epic match.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Then, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home, and for Randy Orton, let's get ready to suck it! I've got a match tonight. And on the foregone conclusion that I'm gonna win, I will become the #1 contender.
Triple H?
That means my destiny to once again become the WWE champion will be one step closer.
Hey, Triple H.
Hold on, Sean. That means at WrestleMania, I will take on the champ and shove his head so far up his...
Triple H!
What is it?
I'm the WWE champion.
Oh, that's right.
May the best man win, okay?
That's cool with me.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Here we go with an incredible main event. A #1 contenders match for the WWE title.
That's right, JR. And one of these men, either Triple H or Randy Orton, will go on to face Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, on the grandest stage of them all.
He's taking the fight to his opponent. What a background. And a jaw-jacking punch.
That's a move that'll knock you out cold, if you're lucky. Here comes the body splash. A stunning slam, knocking the wind out of his opponent.
I've got to say, it's been great seeing DX back together over the past few weeks.
But what happens if Triple H wins tonight? You can't expect Michaels and the Game to remain friends if they're facing each other for the WWE Championship.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
Throwing his opponent around like a rag doll.
The submission is locked in. This could be huge. Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this.
Oh man, what a neck breaker.
Randy Orton is so devious, so manipulative. You know the only reason he wanted to side with Triple H was because he was terrified he might...
There it is! The pedigree! It's like he read his opponent's mind.
And he hits the DDT. Just planning, just driving the head to the floor. With the WWE title looming on the horizon, will the King climb back on his throne, or are we headed for another age?
Oh man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Well, there it is. That's the match.
Triple H has earned the top contender spot for the WWE Championship.
That title is held by his DX partner, Shawn Michaels. These two face off?
I would assume so, King, but anything can happen in the WWE. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on Raw. We have some huge news. The main event at WrestleMania this weekend will feature Shawn Michaels and Triple H with the WWE Championship on the line.
But they're in DX together, JR. It's championship versus friendship.
I'm told that tonight, live on Raw, both members of D-Generation X will participate in a press conference.
First, I'd like to introduce the challenger to Shawn Michaels' WWE Championship at WrestleMania, Triple H.
Thank you. I want to say I'm really looking forward to facing the Heartbreak Kid on the grandest stage of them all. WrestleMania is the only place where the two of us have not done battle. Now, are there any questions?
Yes. This is for the game. Do you think DX can survive this match?
That's a good question. The answer is yes. It seems no matter how much we beat each other up, we can't get rid of each other. Speaking of my partner, here he is, WWE Champion Shawn Michaels.
So, if I bloody you and make you submit, we'll still be friends? Wow, that's a real friend, folks. Now, I'm happy to be here as your champion, and I'll be happy to leave WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. Now I'll take questions. No questions? Anyone? Bueller. Oh, you. Do you have a question?
Not really. Now, if either one of us was facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania, how long would the match last?
32 seconds. Thankfully, for all these people, it's Triple H versus HBK.
A WrestleMania moment in the making.
Make fun of me all you want, but Evolution is going to put both of you through a table and prove DX is overrated.
This press conference has broken down.
And now we've got a tables match on our hands.
Man, what a huge DDT that was!
Just listen to his body crash into the ground.
Can you believe the jealousy of Orton? In 6 days, Michaels and Triple H face each other at WrestleMania. And he'll be damned if they arrive in one piece.
Look out! Here it comes!
And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick.
Look on the bright side, JR. We're just 1 week away from...
Good Lord! The animal's been eliminated.
There you go! Right through the table!
And the neck breaker connects. He's putting the knee to his opponent. His opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
Oh, what a painful kick!
Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh! What impact on that spear! He puts the boot to his opponent.
And here he goes, taking it. Oh, man! Even the toughest superstar would have trouble getting up from that. And that's all she wrote, JR. It's over.
How did a press conference become a table?
Pretty easily from the looks of things.
I can't help but worry what the physical consequences will be. These two compete for the WWE Championship in 6 days at WrestleMania. Wrestlemania. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Good old JR, Jim Ross, and Jerry the King Lawler, pleased to greet you live from the biggest spectacle of the year.
I can feel the electricity in the air. Or is that the static electricity coming off that gigantic cowboy hat of yours, JR?
Very funny, King. We have an amazing night of WWE action here, which is sure to be highlighted by the WWE Championship match pitting champion Shawn Michaels against his DX teammate, Triple H. Let's take a look at how this contest came about. Randy Orton and Ric Flair were trying to reunite Evolution. HBK came back and expressed a desire to reform DX. As guest referee at No Way Out, Triple H named HBK the new WWE Champion, and in doing so, brought back D-Generation X. With Triple H as #1 contender, the two held a DX press conference that degenerated into a tables match. Now these two friends go at it officially for the WWE Championship. This is it, King. This is where it all comes to an end. This is the WrestleMania main event.
It doesn't get much bigger than this, JR. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship.
That splash just forcing the air out of his opponent. A textbook suplex. These two men are no strangers to victory. Both former Grand Slam champions, having held the Intercontinental, Tag Team, and World Heavyweight Championships on separate occasions. Will Triple H add another title to his collection tonight? There it is! The pedigree! Whether they're friends or not, these two are out to destroy each other.
When it comes to the WWE Championship, there's no friends. It's just you, that title, and the man standing in your way.
He's putting the knee to his opponent. His opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
And bam! He knocks the opponent down. What a textbook DDT.
We all know what's coming next.
The pedigree! The pedigree!
There's no DX. This could be a pinfall.
One!
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match.
Oh my gosh, JR! That's it! The match is over!
Triple H is once again WWE Champion.
What a match, JR. That'll go down in the history books as a classic. Michael sure looks like he got attached to the WWE Championship.
That's a lot of trust being shown on the game's part. Think about what you're doing, Shawn. It's not worth it.
I certainly wouldn't turn my back on my opponent after I took his title.
Thank God. HBK exhibits admirable sportsmanship after losing that intense match.